And right now, all new tonight, Louisville Metro Police Chief Paul Humphrey, in an interview with WHAS11 News, says the dogs that his officers shot and killed after attacking a man and a little girl appear to be a pit bull mix. He also says the owner should be criminally charged. It's our top story for you on the night team. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Proffitt. Tonight, WHAS11 Night Team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Levi Hammer are learning why bringing those charges are so difficult.
These incidents are 100% preventable.
The night after Easter Sunday, a man and an 8-year-old girl were attacked by two dogs in the Algonquin neighborhood at 17th and Lee Streets. Both the man and the child were bitten multiple times and have serious injuries.
And I'm not sure exactly what kind of dog it is. They look like some kind of pit bull mixed breed.
Both of the dogs were still on scene here on Lee Street when officers arrived. Now, one LMPD officer did have to shoot one of the dogs, fearing for the safety of the victims. The other dog ran a short distance away and was also caught and shot by an LMPD officer.
And I know one of the officers very, very well. I know that does not make him feel good to have to shoot a dog.
LMPD Chief Paul Humphrey on WHAS 11 News at 5:30, saying LMPD has body-worn camera footage of the incident.
But at the same time, they saved a man's life.
As for the owner of the dogs responsible for Monday night's attack, who has been located by police,
the criminal liability really is minimal in Kentucky.
Attorney Nick Mudd, a former Jefferson County prosecutor, says the victims could sue the owner of the dogs for hospital bills, pain and suffering, emotional distress. But if the owner has had instances like this before...
If you have a dog and it's a dangerous dog and you know it will attack people and that dog is allowed to get out, there is a possibility the county attorney here and or the Commonwealth's attorney could look at filing want endangerment charges against the owner of the dog.
Chief Humphrey believes charges to the owner are warranted.
In my opinion, I think they should. You need to be responsible for your animals and what they do.
Animal welfare advocate Tara Bassett has been working to get dogs off the streets for decades.
The number of dogs that are running loose in this city at any given time are exponentially greater than they ever were even 5 to 10 years ago.
Citing a lack of education from the dogs' owners on how to keep them safe and secure.
Is snip, chip, tag, contain. Neuter your pets, microchip your pets, and keep your information updated. Put a collar with a tag with your current number on the dog, and for the love of heaven, contain your dogs.
At this time, no charges have been made. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
Louisville Metro Animal Services, the control officers, are now taking over the investigation. When we contacted them today, they said they do not comment on ongoing investigations.
I'm Andy Barr, and I'm running for the United States Senate.
Happening new tonight in Central Kentucky, the other challenger entering the race for Mitch McConnell's open Senate seat in 2026. That's Lexington native Congressman Andy Barr embracing Donald Trump as well, big time tonight. Barr tonight giving no indication that he believes the president's controversial tariffs will hurt him in the race in the end. WHAS 11's Isaiah Kim Martinez and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton are in Richmond, Kentucky covering the kickoff. We asked him about Trump's support in this race.
Have you asked for his endorsement?
Yes, I have, and I'd be honored to have it, and I continue to work to earn it. Kentucky deserves a United States Senator who will support President Trump and his agenda, and he knows that I'm with him.
A crystal clear message of loyalty from Republican Kentucky Congressman Andy Barr of Lexington, launching his long-anticipated bid for U.S. Senate in Richmond, Kentucky, just south of Lexington.
To help this president save our country.
President Trump's tariffs have been very controversial. In fact, both Senators McConnell and Paul have said they will hurt Kentucky's economy. I asked Congressman Barr if he agrees with them. Are they right or wrong about that?
Look, I strongly support the president's policies because...
You support tariffs?
Because I support free trade, and we don't have free trade right now. We have a rigged system where the United States opens up our markets to foreign importers all the time, but we don't get any reciprocity.
Fundraising won't be an issue for Barr, already with $5 million on hand for his Senate campaign. While not as familiar a face in Louisville, he's represented Central Kentucky in D.C. since 2013 and says he'd work to make Elon Musk's federal DOGE cuts permanent.
In the Senate, I'll fight every day to stop spending money on programs we don't need with money we don't have.
Barr is aiming to replace 83-year-old Senator Mitch McConnell, who won't be running for re-election next year. McConnell telling Lexington radio station 590 WVLK he won't be endorsing anyone in this race, including the other confirmed GOP candidate, his protege Daniel Cameron, the former Kentucky Attorney General.
All of these candidates who are likely to run are fine people and would probably vote the way I do.
And will you vote like him?
Well, look, in some cases, yes, in some cases, no, but this is not about Mitch McConnell. I'm not Mitch McConnell.
Your policy's more like Senator McConnell or President Trump?
Look, I am my own man. My policies are the policies that my constituents care about.
Some of those policies mirroring Trump's orders on gender.
There are 2 genders assigned at birth. No more men in girls' sports or locker rooms, period. And in the Senate, we'll make that common sense the law of the land.
And contentious issues like diversity, equity, and inclusion.
My message for these insane DEI initiatives is pretty simple. DIE.
Barr is already responding to his critics.
Let me be clear. You cannot intimidate me. Your false attacks will fail. I will not back down.
Nearly a year until the GOP primary, the race is ramping up. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
The campaign there kickoff in Richmond tonight. Well, Cameron's campaign, Daniel Cameron's campaign tonight, is in the fight as well for the seat, saying, quote, the great Andy Barr rebrand is on as he now will try and convince Kentucky he's actually conservative and MAGA. He's not. Democratic State House Leader Pamela Stephenson of Louisville, by the way, is also in this race. And in a statement given to us, the Kentucky Democratic Party writing, in Congress, Andy Barr has done absolutely nothing while the Trump administration cripples our economy, sends prices skyrocketing, targets Kentucky's signature industries, and threatens to gut health care that 1.5 million Kentuckians rely on. Right here, more news, all new tonight. The other former Southern Indiana sheriff now facing charges and an investigation. Former Scott County, Indiana Sheriff Kenneth Eubanks in court today for 1 count of tax evasion. Eubanks allegedly took over $140,000 from his godmother with dementia and did not declare it as income. The special prosecutor in this case says nobody would know who Eubanks was if it wasn't for the Jamie Knoll case.
You knew that he had a connection to the Knoll case, so you just kept looking into him until you found this?
Well, I don't know that we kept looking. I think the investigation with the Indiana State Police, they probably are duty bound to investigate fully, whether it be a misdemeanor, whether it be a felony.
That was our Travis Breeze questioning the prosecutor there today. Eubanks pleading not guilty to the charge. His trial is expected to begin on July 7th. Eubanks' wife, Lindy Eubanks, is also mentioned in the charging documents, saying she notarized the document giving Eubanks power of attorney over his godmother. She is also a former county councilor. Prosecutor Rick Hurdle did say that they have no criminal case against her right now at this time. Well, the classic cars of the former Clark County, Indiana Sheriff Jamie Knoll go up for auction on Oaks Day and Derby weekend. Knoll is serving a 12-year prison sentence for theft and money laundering. We got an exclusive first look at the big boy toy auction going to be held in French Lick, Indiana, part of the continued payback plan to the taxpayers of Clark County. The proceeds are needed to go towards Knoll's restitution and civil suits as well.
This is definitely the most interesting story surrounding an auction that I've ever done. You've got 58 Corvette, you've got 70 Superbirds, you got 69 Roadrunners, 68 Chargers. There'll be in excess of $1 million.
Josh Settles there with the auction company, says nearly all of the cars are now running and operational. The auction is May 2nd and 3rd, Oaks Day and Derby Day in French Lick. You can get the details about the auction on our website, WHAS11.com. Louisville Metro Police say the heroic actions of 3 Pleasure Ridge Park High School students saved a life last night. This all took place at the Greenwood boat ramp in southwest Jefferson County after officials say a man accidentally drove right into the Ohio River down that ramp. According to Metro Police, these three Pleasure Ridge Park high schoolers, Kenny Valdez, Abraham Cruz, and Jacob Cruz, were fishing near the Greenwood boat ramp when a car suddenly drove right into the Ohio River. That's when the three teenagers jumped in the water, took swift action to save the driver and keep the car from floating away.
I took off and I started running, and as soon as I started running, they both started running behind me. It was pretty quick. Like, as soon as we got there, we got in the water, we found a rope. We don't know who gave it to them.
There was about like 7 people, and one of them had the rope in, so he untied it and threw it to me, and then I started swimming with it on my arm, and then he swam to the other side of the car, to the driver's side, and then got tied up in the back, and that's when he started pulling.
Metro Police said the driver was conscious when being taken to a local hospital. He's believed to have non-life-threatening injuries and is expected to be okay. Right now here in the night team, you are looking live at St. Peter's Square, where millions of people will start gathering tomorrow to honor Pope Francis as he lies in state. Across the world, Catholic churches are honoring the historic pontiff in their own ways, including right here in Louisville. Right after this, we're going to show you how a large crowd made their way downtown tonight to honor the People's Pope.